Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yeah.
This is dropping right now.
As you're eating.
I fucked myself if I don't release this on Thanksgiving. Yeah. People are like, it's Friday.
Yeah.
You idiot.
December 3rd. What is...
Yeah, it's fucking Christmas. Welcome back. Thanksgiving, a Thanksgiving horror movie. I feel like I appreciate the originality of the concept, but I feel like it did fall flat and is not a sustainable concept.
This is an Eli Roth movie, which if you're not familiar with him, he did the Hostel movies and some other horror movies. He's known for the over-the-top, gross-out splatter films. That's what they call them.
Okay,
right?
Okay, like super gore.
They're like slashers, but they're not because they're like turned up to 11.
Yeah.
So they're it's splatter horror, okay? And it is. It is like let's blood's always squirting.
Yeah. Yeah.
To the point where it's not scary or off-putting because it's like, ha. But it's not a comedy.
When a movie does it so much, like so quickly and like gives you no time to breathe in between like kills, you just like become
you don't care
desensitized to it, like and it's like not even like you're jaded, it's like the movie is desensitized even if you weren't previously, like the movie is doing it.
I know what you're
so
saying.
It's like that's unfortunate.
Like like we reviewed earlier Slaughterhouse in the year, right?
That was horror comedy,
and that hit the tone right.
Yeah,
we're gonna be over the top, but we know because look at this is a an actual puppet thing that we're going to have running around going...
The Blackening. Yeah, also another horror comedy.
Completely over the top. We're going to be singing O'Reilly commercials. We know what our wheelhouse is. This one was like, we're going to be just as over the top, except in tone.
Yeah. And
of
not
the actual
in comedy or writing.
No comedy. It's going to be like, I Know What You Did Last Summer, cranked up to 11.
It's like the in-between of the R.L. Stine Zombie Town, Dan Aykroyd movie, and like Slaughterhouse. You know, it's like
doesn't it where
weird writing, but not horrible bad writing. Like teenagers are gonna teenager,
right? It's
you know?
very like I Know What You Did Last Summer. Like,
yeah,
I'm getting revenge on all of you for a thing that you really didn't mean to do or didn't really have full control over. But God damn it, you're all gonna pay.
Right. But I needed like the Slaughterhouse.
It needed to be funny.
Blackening comedy aspect, even Haunted Mansion comedy. Just like something there. There
was a couple kills. Like there's one that he chases this lady. And he puts her face on the griddle, right? And she escapes, and she's like fingering the keys and screaming. And you're supposed to be like feeling for it, but it's so over the top that you're kind of chuckling.
But they're not leaning into it.
It's not supposed to be funny.
No.
And then she runs to escape, and then the killer hits her in the car as she's trying to climb into a dumpster, which somehow, even if it had a metal lid, would not be heavy enough. It cuts this lady clean in half instantly. Blood goes everywhere. Her bottom falls. Blood goes more everywhere.
There's
blood everywhere. Right. And it's like, oh, that's funny because there's like no one would. That doesn't happen. But no, it's like dun 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 dun.
Yeah, like aren't you worried? Like this is supposed to be like a Halloween, Friday the 13th, like.
But it comes across
slasher thriller, and it's like no, they should have totally leaned into the comedy aspect way more.
Yeah, because it would have been very Slaughterhousey.
Yeah,
this guy dressed in like a Thanksgiving. Pilgrim character.
John Carver
is going to go around killing.
John Carver of Mars.
I instantly was thinking they could have done John Carver of Pilgrim Rock or some
Plymouth.
shit. Of Plymouth Rock. That would have been funny as hell. And then you make
it's
it
the same
comedy.
like poster, but he's like.
And by the way, this movie's done what a couple other movies this year have done to us, and it gives you the first 10, 20 minutes of a whole different movie
of a
that
solid
you are set, and you're like, okay, this is going to be pretty good.
Yes.
And then they go, no, we're not doing that movie.
Yeah. The beginning opens with Black Friday. Everybody's storming
they're
a shop.
In a house, and they're having family dinner, and they're all these characters, like the store owner is a part of the family, and the GM happens to also be part of the family, and the cop's part of the family. And then after they get done with dinner, it's Black Friday. We got to go to the store.
They're in like a super small town because it's still set now, but it's like, okay, I can understand why there's 10,000 people lined outside Right Mart. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's nowhere. It's Plymouth.
It's like the only Walmart in town, and they're going to open up. So then they all go off to that, and then it becomes a South Park skit where people are being trampled. They push the doors in.
It's literally the South Park skit. Yeah,
and you're like, oh, we're going to get like you said, we're going to get like people are trapped in the store, people get murdered to buy things. It's going to be that movie, and it's not that movie.
They could have saved money too. Just like do it all in the Right Mart, make it an hour 20, and just make it a slasher where they're all getting murdered with department store stuff. It's like the Jumanji scene where they're like fighting the hunter in the store.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, just give me that.
Real
Like,
quick.
that's perfect.
What's his name comes out, shoots the gun in the air, and they give us the Thanksgiving. Fades to red and black.
Yeah.
And then we get a whole different movie for the next hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah, and then we got to do another setup where they're all buddies again, and then it's like a year later.
They give us an entire
I don't
news
like that.
montage
I don't
that
like
goes,
that.
last year's Black Friday thing. And then they do the classic horror thing where they like, it's definitely this guy. This guy's the killer. The athlete whose career was ruined, he's the killer. I swear to
Or
God,
is
he's
it the guy
killer.
who shows up and is really mad they're opening the store again this year?
It's
No.
that guy. No, and it's never the.
No,
then it
I know.
becomes the
I know.
tropiest horror
There's
movie
like
you've
8
ever
red
seen.
herrings. Yeah. Let's just give numbers. Honestly, I don't think we need to.
No, that's good. I'm gonna give it a 5.2.
I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. Yeah, it just didn't do it for me. Like the
No, I
whole.
liked the beginning.
I don't even remember the characters' names.
I don't either.
I don't even remember who died. I didn't care who
Everyone,
the killer
pretty much.
was. I like Patrick Dempsey, but
And
he
none of the
couldn't even
killers were,
save
like,
the movie.
Okay,
Like,
Slaughterhouse did all the killings that this movie tried to do better.
fucking funny.
Like when they did the live stream killing, when he's killing like the girl, and he's like, and I'm like,
smothering her with the pillow.
they
or
did that
whatever.
already. And
Yeah.
Slaughterhouse did it better, way better.
with a lower budget.
With
I
a
think.
way lower budget.
Yeah.
Like, sorry guys, Slaughterhouse did your movie with a comedy and made it way, way, way better. They
Yeah.
should have did Slaughterhouse Thanksgiving and did a sequel, and he comes back for Thanksgiving. And it would be a better movie. There's not much. If you're a horror fan, you like the blood, you like that. You know, if you're an Eli Roth fan, you'll know what you're getting.
Yeah.
I guess, and you'll
Yeah.
probably like it.
Yeah, I want to say before we get out of here too, who is this for? Because if like I now know why Thanksgiving wasn't done horror, because Thanksgiving's like family go to the movies, and it's like if you want a family movie, there's Trolls, Hunger Games, I guess. Hunger Games
would
a
be
little
more family than this, though.
rough, more family than this. Hey guys, Hunger Games is in theater. That's a name thing. Why don't we all go out after the dinner or whatever?
Right.
Wish is coming out this week.
That's right.
Big family movie. Next Goal Wins, I would say, is a pretty solid family movie.
I'd go see that before.
Thanksgiving,
coming for that.
not a family movie. And it's like, is this for the people who are alone on Thanksgiving to
It
go
might
see
be.
a fucking movie where people are murdering people happy on Thanksgiving?
I think what they're trying to do.
What
okay,
is this movie for?
They've turned January into the new horror month besides October, and now everybody released like Scream and all these movies. you
Summer
know.
2 is a weird horror time also. Like
But
July.
then I feel like they're trying to
is
make
weird.
they're making it okay to release horror movies all over the year because it's like, hey, give me $5 million, I'm gonna make you a horror movie, right? And it's gonna make you at least $5-10 million back because the budget's nothing.
I liked last year, and we're kind of rambling now. We're done with the review, but if you're sticking around, Violent Night with David Harbour wasn't a horror movie.
We need to do a better late than never on that.
I
for this
totally
Christmas.
want to because I need to rewatch that because it is
No, but see,
amazing.
that's a mold-breaking movie in the aspect of, yeah, it's another John Wick style or Nobody style, the one they've done a bunch, but set at Christmas with Santa.
And it's still a good Christmas movie.
Right.
It still has heart. You
This
know,
was
it's
just
not just
like-
like murder, murder, murder. You're going to eat people,
and this had
murder,
nothing to do with
murder,
Thanksgiving
murder.
other than the murderer wearing
Nothing.
a pilgrim
The
thing.
mask. And it's set
And
at
it's set at
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
It's more Black Friday.
It's really could have been called Black Friday because the whole reason the killer's a killer is because of, wait for it, Black Friday.
Should have been.
Nothing to do with Thanksgiving.
Should have been called Black Friday.
In fact, one of the
Whoops.
lines in the beginning of the movie where the
Oopies.
general manager of the family goes, yep, face it, Black Friday is happening on Thursday now. And they all chuckle.
It's like the
Even
opening
mention
line.
Black Friday. Why didn't they just call me Black Friday?
Yeah. I would have seen
That's
it.
a Black Friday?
Black Friday.
That sounds better.
Yeah.
Call it Red Friday.
Red Friday.
Or Blood Friday.
Blood Friday.
It sounds like Black Friday. Any of those work better than just saying Thanksgiving.
Wow. Yeah, what's the SEO on Thanksgiving? I bet that didn't really fucking work,
Yeah, what-
right? Like idiots. Why'd you call your movie like Easter? No movie.
Everybody searches that, Ryan.
No
Exactly.
movie is just 2023's Christmas. That's why like all of them have Candy Cane Lane, Dashing Through the Snow. That's even a little
Disney's
like,
The
ooh, I don't know
Santa
about
Claus
that. But
has the E because it's a clause in a
Clause.
contract,
You
which
have to
makes it
specifically search for
instantly
it.
different.
Instantly different. Thanksgiving. Not even Thanks-killing.
Yeah.
You know, thanks slashing. Like, I
And
don't
I know
know.
Black Friday would
I
have
don't
somewhat of
know.
the same problem. But every year they have to reset all that for the SEO because of the different sales and things get buried. So it'd still be better than
Blood Friday.
Blood Friday.
Blood
yeah.
Friday. That's
Well,
not bad.
You have it go Black Friday, and then blood pours over black and turns it into blood, and it's Blood Friday. Boom. There. You're welcome.
Just rename the movie. It's not that hard. Nobody's like, this is going to be a Thanksgiving.
Yeah. There's literally one Thanksgiving movie that's traditional, and it's Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. See? Didn't have to even...
Not even a problem.
I didn't have to ask him.
No other one. It's not like, yeah, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles and 2023's Thanksgiving horror movie.
Which, by the way,
Freebirds.
Freebirds would be on the list before I'd put this shit on any kind of
Migration will
Thanksgiving
probably
list.
be a better Thanksgiving movie. Yeah, Freebirds is honestly way better than this because that has Owen Wilson
and Woody Harrelson.
And Woody Harrelson. So, bitch, get
It's
bent.
way better of a movie.
Way better. Yeah. Go see it. It's fine. It's a fun horror.
It's
It's fine. It's terrible. It's really bad.
Like, it almost felt like it was almost going to break into a Disney style thing.
And
then not.
It starts and I go, oh, is this like a musical? Like adapted into a book, adapted into a movie?
Right.
Because they get to the games and it's one arena. And they're all like doing like stage fighting. And I'm like, is this like a Broadway thing?
It was really weird.
And I'm like, she starts singing and I'm like, is this a musical?
Every time she started to sing, the feeling was, you ever almost sneeze?
Yeah.